So, what's good, YouTube? I'm pretty sure you've just taken awareness to all the tributes I put at the start of the video. I showed you a tribute from the Migos, Quavo to be specific. I showed you a tribute with Playboi Carti, and I've also showed you a tribute with Ralo, which is an interesting figure because before Young Scooter died, Ralo and Young Scooter weren't really seeing eye to eye on some things. So this just goes to show you that Young Scooter's death has really impacted Atlanta. And before we go into today's story, just to share a bit of my personal background with Young Scooter, I was listening to a song where it said check your contract, and in that song is more so one of his recent songs. In that song he says something like, check your contract, you probably killed the label. I don't depend on rap, I got trap spots all in Decatur. So when I heard him say that, that let me know straight away this is one of the young brothers who has his head switched on. And although he was 40, I still see that as young. Like, maybe it's too young, maybe it's not young like YN young, but that's still a lot of life left to live at 40. So yeah, we're going to be breaking down the story. And also, a lot of people are being attracted towards his Instagram page now because he passed away. But before that, I went on his Instagram page and I was seeing a bunch of family pictures. Like, he's really would inspire the youth. You know, he would tag certain young people and tell them to keep going, whether it was sports or academics. So Young Scooter seemed like a brother who was out the way. And in that Check Your Contract song, he also said something about beef. He said, I don't roll up ups because I don't have no beef. I really suggest you guys go and listen to that Check Your Contract song. Check Your Contract song. It was with Zaytoven. A really good song, and it really showed you the mind of Young Scooter. He didn't really seem like one of them crash out. So this is why this news today is very surprising. But guys, basically they're saying Young Scooter was running from the police, broke his leg, and he died. It's very suspicious right now. A lot of people are speculating a lot, specifically because it has to do with the police, and we already know how shady those guys can be. But let me show you this news story first, and then we're going to talk a bit more about it.
Good evening, and thanks for being with us tonight. I'm Jennifer Bellamy. We are following breaking news right now in the city of Atlanta, where just minutes ago, Atlanta police held a news conference about the death of a 39-year-old man, Kenneth Bailey, also known as rapper Young Scooter. 11 Alive's Cody Alcorn is live for us tonight right outside of Atlanta Police Headquarters. Cody, you just stepped out of that briefing from police. A lot going on tonight. What have you learned?
Well, Jennifer, the main thing we want to set straight here, the lieutenant over homicide with Atlanta police saying they did not, in fact, shoot Young Scooter. They say there were no shots fired during this ordeal tonight on William Nye Drive. I believe we have a live look at that scene right now. What Atlanta police say did happen this evening is that they were responding to a call from a home there on William Nye Drive involving a disturbance with weapons. As officers got on scene, they got reports that there was a woman involved in this, possibly shots fired, and that she was taken back into the home. However, at this hour, they cannot find that woman. What they did find in the home were two male suspects. One of those males returned from the home after running away. That second suspect never returned, and we're told as he was making his way from that home, he actually jumped two fences. It was during one of those jumps he landed and somehow broke a leg. Some were hearing initial reports it was a femur. Again, we don't know the details of exactly the injuries, but tonight the medical examiner says a cause and manner of death have not been confirmed. But again, this is now confirmed to be Bailey, a based rapper here in Atlanta known as Young Scooter. While there are reports coming in from across the country tonight that Atlanta police shot this rapper, they say that is in fact not true, and the GBI has been requested to that scene that you're looking at, William Nye Drive, to give a third-party investigation. But again, to walk you through, there's a lot of confusion tonight with this story. APD responded to that home involving a weapons dispute. At some point, they got a report shots were fired, and again, a woman might have been taken in the home when officers got there. They did not find that. They say those two men ran from the home. One returned to that house. The other one, who was Young Scooter, again, jumped two fences, and during that run over those fences, he fell, and what we heard originally was fractured or broke his femur. He was rushed to Grady, where he died there in the ER. are. So again, a lot to still uncover on this situation, but Atlanta police wanted to make it very clear tonight. They are saying their officers did not fire a weapon, and that young scooter died as he was fleeing from that scene on William Nye Drive. Of course, for his family, a heartbreaking situation and a very active investigation going on out there, not only with Atlanta police, but also with the Georgia Bureau of Investigations. They will do an independent investigation and release those findings in the coming weeks or months. But Jennifer, a busy night in Atlanta, and of course, this news hitting the music industry very hard as news is spreading across the country about young Scooter's death reportedly on his 39th birthday.
All right, Cody Alcorn reporting for us tonight on certainly a complicated situation there. Cody, thank you so much.
So guys, you've just seen that news story, right? There's a lot of details that need to be explained, right? So basically what they're saying so far is there was a gun disturbance in an area, right? It was to do with guns. There was a disturbance, and there was also a female involved, and the people who called the police, they witnessed the female being dragged back into the house after the gun disturbance. So when police pulled up there, I guess they didn't have a peephole or whatever. There was two men. It was young Scooter and another man at the house. The police pulled up to the door. One of the men opened the door, saw the police, and just slammed the door shut and ran. They both started to run, young Scooter and this other gentleman. Now, one of the gentlemen came back after running. I guess he was scared or whatever. Young Scooter kept running, and he jumped two fences. Now, they're saying when he jumped one of the two fences, he actually broke his femur, and his broken femur is what led to him passing away. But the reason I say it's suspicious because in this press conference I'm about to show you, one, I want you to pay attention to how this police officer was talking. He was very nervous when he was talking. Pay attention to his body language. It seems very suspect. Even the way they came out to do a press conference straight away, like, we did not kill young Scooter. We did not kill young Scooter. Because they know how beloved he is. So it's like they almost scared of some backlash. And it just doesn't make sense. If you're saying you attended to somebody straight away as soon as they broke their leg, and then you took them to the hospital, and now you're saying they bled out because of a broken femur. From what I've gathered from the research I've done, it is possible apparently to actually die from that, but it's very rare. So it's just, to me, it's like, how, bro? You know, but let me show you this press conference.
A male opened the door and immediately shut the door on the officers. The officers then established a perimeter. During the process of establishing the perimeter, two males fled out of the rear of the house. One male returned back into the house. The other male jumped two fences as he was fleeing. When officers located him on the other side of the fence, he appeared to have suffered an injury to his leg. Officers rendered aid, and he was transported to Grady Hospital, where he was pronounced deceased. That male is going to be a 39-year-old male out of Atlanta. Just to be very clear, the injury that was sustained was not via the officers on scene. It was when the male was fleeing.
Now, guys, you've just watched that press conference. Are you trying to tell me that doesn't look sus, bro? The way he's talking, it kind of seems like he's nervous. When I watched the full thing, I think there's a longer press conference out there somewhere. I seen it somewhere on social media. They were so nervous, bro. It's like, what are you hiding, bro? Why are you so nervous while talking and delivering this message? You know, it just doesn't make sense at all. But let's break stuff down, right? For the people who don't know young Scooter, they call him Jugg King, and they call him Jugg King for a reason. This guy's I'm not trying to, by the way, put dirt on his name now that he's passed, but we are being honest here. He was one of the biggest dealers in Atlanta. I'm talking about, bro, you could be from the UK, you could be from Brazil. You listen to this guy, bro, you will pick up some stuff he's saying in his song. It's not hard to figure out wherever you're from. You don't even have to be from Atlanta to pick up that this guy is a big dealer just from the stuff he's popping in his music. But if you actually go out there and ask people, you do research, right? Even though it's not going to be open because he would be in jail if it was that easy to see what he was doing. But you ask around Atlanta, everyone knows Young Scooter was one of those guys pushing product, bro. And you know what I'm saying? It's not hard, bro. And he was one of the big ones. So just because I saw a couple people confused as to why he would run straight away from seeing the police. I'm not saying that they were at the trap house, because I doubt they were at the trap house, because I'm sure the police would have said we found drugs in the property. That's probably why they were running. I don't think there was drugs in the property, but I think just because he's such a prominent figure in the dope game, I think maybe he just runs from police because you never know, maybe they found maybe there's a snitch, you never know. So I think that's why he was running, because he was really out there as one of them ones when it came to pushing that stuff out there in the community and whatnot. But yeah, so far this is what they're saying. They're saying it's a broken femur. I kind of think it's sus. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's not act like these cops ain't the same ones who will shoot you in the back of the head and then tell you to stop resisting. Like, we've seen cases of people being dead on the ground and the police are still telling them stop resisting. So let's not act like it's too far-fetched for the feds to lie. Let's not act like it's too far-fetched, bro. I'm not trying to instigate anything out there, because I know them boys is scared right now. That's why they came and did the press conference so quick, because they know niggas ain't playing about young Scooter. But it's just suspicious to me. You mean something very rare like that? He passed away. Now let me break down one more thing. Him and Ralo weren't seen eye to eye. I'll show you right now.
He had a line on there about Scooter too that fans were probably surprised to hear about too.
Nah, them bitches weren't surprised. I swear to God, they ain't surprised. They want to know why the hell Scooter ain't posting my shit. But I'm sweating them to go to Big Meech's concert tonight. I'm sweating it. Tomorrow, I'm going up. All the blogs get ready. I don't give a fuck. I don't care about nothing. No disrespect to Big Meech, but they called me a rat. He ain't post me. He ain't even post me. They called you a rat. And I seen him on your flyer. I'm just trying to figure this shit out. That's a nigga that's in jail saying he ain't out for you. That ain't jigging in jail for me. This shit just don't add up. So that thing they picking and choosing who they want to do this shit to. So I say that shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. And he my brother, Scooter. I love you to death. Don't get me wrong. But nigga, we can get a one. You know what I'm saying? Mom, bet I love you. Be my brother. Me and Tay Sad, we can fight right now. And y'all niggas think like we can't talk. Y'all niggas gotta start fighting each other to get this shit off y'all chest. You know what I'm saying? Like, just go in the backyard, fight, and when you get up, don't get the button, don't get the gun, nigga. Take your ass whipping, nigga. So what I'm saying is, maybe Scooter beat my ass, or maybe I beat his ass. However it go, you my brother. Like, y'all niggas gotta stop doing that. Y'all got something on y'all chest. Just go and address this shit together and fight about this shit.
But yeah, they weren't seeing eye to eye because a lot of the snitch allegations, a lot of people cut off Ralo for the snitch allegations, and he feels some type of way. So it's got to be hard for Ralo, man. For that to be his brother, and you're not seeing eye to eye, and then he passes away before you could really, really, fix it. That's got to suck. But yeah, bro, rest in peace to young Scooter, bro. Like, that guy was really one of them ones, bro. Not even, some of you might not look up to the, I don't look up to the drug dealing stuff, but you can see someone and be like, bro, he hustled, bro. He got his hustle, and even if you don't look up to it, you can be like, bro. And he seems like one of them ones who wasn't praising the lifestyle. He was actually telling the youth to go this way. You know what I'm saying? So, and not even just on that tip, but also the trap sound. If you're a music connoisseur, if you enjoy music, he was so vital to that trap sound, bro. Him and Future, they like, bro. He's a big part in the trap music and the trap era, bro. A big part, bro. I remember when I was playing GTA 5 and I first heard the song Work with Gucci Mane. Bro, I went and listened to that on my phone. I was bumping it ever since, bro. Don't ever let a nigga think you need him. Stand 10 toes down and get it. And work. And work. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro. R.I.P. Young Scooter, bro. I don't... Let me get up out here before I start, thinking about this shit too much, because it's crazy, bro. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below about this whole situation. Do you think the feds were playing dirty? I don't think it's too far-fetched, bro. But yeah, I appreciate all you guys. Make sure to keep God first, bro. Literally, bro. You just seen with this story, bro. Anything can happen, bro. Keep God first, bro. Broken leg and he passed away from it. You know what I'm saying? Stay prayed up, bro. I'm out, man.